Ever wondered how England got its name? As with countless other countries, it's all down to a tribe of early settlers, in this case the 5th century Angles. In fact, almost every country in the world is named after one of four things: 1. A tribe, 2. A feature of the land, 3. A directional description, or 4. An important person. That's according to Quartz, which analyzed 195 countries listed in the Oxford Concise Dictionary of World Names. The name given to the somewhat obscure study of place names itself is toponymy, and here we present a selection of countries in each of the four categories, and how they got their monikers. Tribe names. England is in good company with the lion's share, about a third of the world's countries named after an early tribe or ethnic group. France, named after the Franks, who conquered the land in the medieval ages. Vietnam, named after the Viets of the south. Afghanistan, translates to Afghanland, place of the Afghans. The name Afghanistan translates to place of the Afghans. Credit 2014. AFP Thailand, relates to the Thai people, an ethnic group from the Central Plains region. Russia, from the medieval Latin term Rusi, which denoted the people of the land. Important people. It is thought that of all the countries named after powerful or influential people, only one of these was a woman. St. Lucia, this Caribbean island was named by the French in 1625 after the Catholic Saint Lucy, who was widely worshipped during the Middle Ages. St. Lucia, the only country in the world named after a woman. Credit extravagant. Fotolia, Colombia, named after famed explorer Christopher Columbus, who incidentally never even set foot in the country. It was in fact discovered by his companion Alonso de Ojeda in 1499, but was eventually named after Columbus anyway. Philippines, named by Spanish explorer Hoy López de Villalobos, in honor of King Philip II of Spain in 1542. Saudi Arabia, after esteemed warrior and aristocrat Emir Mohammed bin Saud, who is considered the founder of the first Saudi state in 1744. Seychelles, in 1976, this beautiful chain of islands in the Indian Ocean gained independence from the UK, but before that it was controlled by France and was named after French Minister of Finance Jean Moreau de Seychelles in the 1700s. El Salvador, this tiny country in Central America, takes its name from Jesus and translates to the Savior. It was named by Spanish conqueror Pedro de Alvarado in the 1500s. The exceptions, which countries don't fall into these four categories, lend features. Approximately a quarter of the world's country names derive from an aspect of the land that differentiates them from others. Iceland, this moniker translates to land of ice, perhaps for obvious reasons, from the ancient language of Old Norse, and is said to have been named by Norwegian Viking Hrafnifloki Vildrðarsson in 856 AD. This ignores Iceland's plentiful green landscape, however, and many theorize that Iceland was named as such to dissuade potential settlers from invading what would have sounded like a cold, hostile environment. Haiti, this Caribbean country's name translates to mountainous land in its indigenous Taino language. It was colonized by Spain in 1492 and originally named La Espanola, but was later renamed Haiti in 1804 by former slave and revolutionary Jean-Jacques Dessalines, who declared himself emperor and took back the land. Barbados, this name translates to the bearded in Portuguese, which is thought to be due to the long-hanging roots of the fig trees that were noticed and marveled at by colonizers in the late 16th century. Barbados translates to the bearded in Portuguese, possible a nod to the appearance of its banyan trees. Credit Getty. Ukraine, Ukraine was labeled as such during the 12th century and translates to near the border in Old Slavic. Essentially it was used to define an area of territory within what was then the East Slavic state of Kievan Rus. Location making up the fourth and smallest group. 25 countries are thought to be named after a directional description. Australia, first coined by the ancient Greeks, Australia translates to unknown southern land, but was officially declared by this name in the early 1800s by English cartographer Matthew Flinders. Australia translates to unknown southern land in ancient Greek. Credit Getty. Norway, conversely, this country traces its name to the Old English term for northern way, first mentioned in 880 by the Anglo-Saxons. Japan, Nippon, which is the name commonly used by Japanese natives, means land of the rising sun, referring to its geographical location of being east of China. At a glance, London's most curious place names.